In this video, we're going to be discussing if AI will replace developers in the future. Will AI replace developers? So before we jump into this topic too deeply, make sure to give the video a like if you enjoy this kind of content, and also subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to make sure that you do not miss a future video. This is a topic that comes up quite frequently. So let's talk about some of the reasons that people are concerned about AI replacing developers. In recent years, developers, software engineers have become a job that is really in demand. So lots of companies want to hire really good developers, really good software engineers, and the reason is that they can bring a lot of value to their business. As more and more companies want to hire developers, there is still a shortage of developers, so over time the salary and the compensation for developers go up. So in turn, that makes it more lucrative if a company can find an alternative to hiring a developer. So these days it's becoming more common to see companies that are using no-code solutions, for example. So they want to use software that can build their application for them. Overall, this is nothing new. We've seen this time and time again over the years. You have platforms like Shopify where you can just build an e-commerce store. So you can build an e-commerce store without having any knowledge in programming. You can also build websites using Squarespace, for example. There are lots of different solutions like this that have been out over the years. And even if we look back at some of the old CMSs used to use WYSIWYG editors. So editors where you could just drag and drop and build content within the CMS without needing to know HTML or CSS or JavaScript. But over the years, these technologies are becoming more and more advanced to the point now where we have services like Github Copilot, which was recently launched. So it allows the developer to write code faster. So the AI part basically goes and builds code based on what the developer tells it to create. So they can type a comment and the AI will go and build the code for that functionality. I think that over the years, the AI and the tools that we have to build solutions are becoming better and better. And as a result, there is, of course, some concern about the future of web developers and software developers. But what I would say is that you have to remember that most of the tools that we use are just that. They're used to make your life easier, to make it faster to build products, to build services. But ultimately, the creative part comes from us, from our own minds. So we have to decide what it is that we're building. And in turn, we will also use our own knowledge and our own experience to take those tools and create something from it. But we're nowhere near the stage yet of being able to use a piece of software to go and create something that we can dream up. We're nowhere near that stage. And I think that maybe this could be something that we are concerning ourselves about in maybe 20 years' time. But right now, we're nowhere close to that. The best we've seen so far is possibly something like Copilot, where it will write the code based on your input. So as a developer, you're still going to need to tell it what you want the code to do, what format it should expect, the variables that you're inputting into the code, and what type of response that you're expecting. Is the response a integer value? Is it a string value? So we're nowhere near the point of AI going off and writing full applications by itself. And in most cases, when someone says, they're using AI to build something, more often than not, it's a very small use case within an application. So I've seen this a few times, and especially on like e-commerce type stores, where people will say they're using AI for predicting products for customers and things like that. And it's quite often just products that we're searching for or related products to things that we've purchased before. I think most of the time when people talk about AI, it's been used in such a small way, and it's more towards marketing than it is actually replacing the work of a developer. So I could be completely wrong about this. Maybe in a few years' time, something will come out and it will completely invalidate my argument, but I honestly cannot see AI replacing developers anytime soon, at least not in the next decade. But the tools that are coming out now that claim to use AI, I think they're more about assisting us to build things rather than building them for us. So ultimately, we need to use those tools to create the product that we want to create. So it's more of an assistant than it is a replacement. So that's kind of my thoughts on AI and the future of developers. So let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you all in the next one.